at that. I made a comment last hour, and I regret it. I said, Colin Hay, he might be late. You know how these rock stars are? He's early.
Some rock stars are late, but not if they're Scottish, you see, because Scottish people are never late. They may be thrifty, but they're never late.
I see.
Otherwise, if they're late, they don't get the job.
Yes, this is philosophy that we were discussing during the video. We won't even tell America about the rest of it. You've been away for a while, Colin.
Yes.
And there's been...
you mean the last year, or just in the immediate past?
No, I mean in the last year or so. You've been away.
Yeah.
There's been big changes with Men at Work.
Yeah. Well, we had after we finished touring in '83, it was kind of tense, and we were this incredible fatigue factor had set in, and we all ran away for a while. And for all intents and purposes, I don't really think that Men at Work really existed for a little while, and then we just drifted back together again. It was obvious that there was changes to be made, and the changes got made, and Greg and Ron and I started.
Now you're sort of glazing over like.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can talk. I could you know, talk about that.
Couple of guys
but
left
it's ultimately, you know, it's ultimately fairly boring. You know, I mean, the truth of the matter is, you know, that philosophical, personal, musical reasons. You know, it's like a marriage. You've been married to 5 people at once. You know. There's bound to be a couple of divorces along the way, you know.
No, I was speaking...
And we parted a company... I'm going to keep going.
Go ahead.
And when we parted a company last year, and the 3 of us, Greg and Ron and myself, wanted to keep going and keep making Men at Work records. So that's what we did, and we made 2 Hearts, and then we had the prospect of touring and doing, you know, getting mobilised again, and I don't think Ron was very keen on that, so he bailed out and went to Greece. So it's just me and Greg Ham left for all intents and purposes, and we have a touring band, which I'm very excited about.
Boy, you know, he just plowed through all of that. We didn't get any details. We just know that a couple of guys have left the band.
We can go back.
Wait, why don't we do that? I think we're going to break away. We're going to do some video from Phil Collins. We have Phil coming up within the next 10 minutes or so, but we have quite a bit more coming with Colin Hay, and he's going to tell us why, besides musical differences, these guys left the band, right?
No.
Okay. Hay from Men at Work, who thought he escaped the question about what happened with the band in the last segment.
No escape?
No escape, I'm afraid not.
What do you want to know? Why? Well, what we're dealing with is just 5 men, you know, working together for 5 years, and it just things build up over a period of time, and when you have a common goal, you just you go for whatever level of success you can get to, and once you achieve that, it's not a case of who do I have to work with, it's who do I want to work with, and it's very emotional to talk about, you know, dealing with 5 men over that period of time. So I just want to, rather than go back to there, I want to keep moving ahead, because there were differences, you know, all sorts of differences, philosophical differences, the old cliche of musical differences and personal differences, and you just work out who you want to work with and go ahead and keep going and try and keep making good music. And also, as far as it doesn't really help the situation here in America, because people just think, oh, they're gone, you know, where have they been? You know, but we couldn't really do anything until we, till we got all the, you know, the legalities done and out of the way, so that we could keep going. But we wanted to keep going as Men at Work all the time, and we did. But it just so we have to actually sort of re-establish ourselves, and I think, that's what I'm trying to do now, you know.
Yeah. And that's why
I'm back. I ain't going nowhere no more.
There was some stuff going down while you were recording this record in terms of a producer. You were...
We didn't have a producer, yes.
What happened?
Well, we left everything till the 11th hour, which is kind of normal within our band, and we looked around for producers, and there was no one really available who we felt could produce our 3rd record the way we thought it should be done.
And so what happened?
Well, Greg and I sort of found ourselves with the reins, you know, and it was very fortunate. It was fatalistic in a way, because we discovered that we could work really well together as producers. If I was singing, he would produce me, and vice versa, you know. And we were very critical of each other, you know, and we feel we got really good performances out of each other. And the people we used, to do the we used a lot of technology, and we used a lot of people who we respected in Australia to do it. And it was a very, very exciting record to make. It wasn't pressured. It was very relaxed affair,
All right. We got more coming. Of course, we've been seeing the new videos from Men at Work, video from Men at Work, and there is quite a bit more coming.
Pink and Black from Robert Plant. What do you want to talk about now?
I don't know. I figured, I heard you just got back from Puerto Rico. How was it?
The women, Puerto Rico was extremely good. Yes, the people are very friendly. Too friendly. It's party time everywhere in the streets from 12 midnight till 6 a.m. It doesn't stop.
Come on, see, when the videos are on, he's telling me about the women in Puerto Rico, but now, nothing.
I talked about the women. That's what I meant when I said people.
More with Colin Hay from Men at Work after this short word. Don't go anywhere. Colin Hay from Men at Work. Been away for a long time. Got a new record just out called Two Hearts. We'll give America a look at that, I think, can't we? Two Hearts, new record? No, that's the two of us. And now here's the record cover. We did a news story a little while ago that the band was going to be going to China. Tell us about it.
Well, we wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of Australia, and he's pretty pally with the Chinese at the moment, you know. Hey. And
trade and such.
Yeah, all that sort of thing. And we made a request which he liked, and he made a political request to the Chinese, and the Chinese approved the tour within 2.5 weeks, which was really fast, because I think when Wham went there, it took about 18 or 19 months to get official approval.
We also heard that there was that you were going to be going to more cities than Wham. How many cities are you going to? Which cities?
Well, we're only doing 3. We're doing Shanghai, Beijing and Nanking, I think, over a period of about 10 days or 12 days. So it'll be good. It won't be like touring here where you go boom, 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 70 cities in 90 days. We'll have a chance to get out and about. We're going to film and document it. We're going to China. We're doing Australia. We're doing Japan. We're doing like 2 months or so, and then taking a break, and then hopefully come back here. Yes.
America misses you. Now,
well, I miss America, and it's good walking around the streets, because New York has always been very good to us, and yeah. It's nice to walk around and feel people's positivity still. You know?
Now, because you're going to China, you're postponing an American tour. Now that is chancy stuff, isn't it?
Well, well, not really, because you know, the tour of America, we wanted to come in and do America properly, and we were structuring this tour, and we felt kind of funny about the fact that we weren't sure whether we were going to be quite ready, because this band is very new. So we did like a tour of Australia, and then we did 2 shows in Puerto Rico, and then we're going to go back and work out what we feel would be a much more interesting and better production. And because it has been a year, we don't want to go in kind of, oh, how do you do this? We want to go in where everything is killer, and we want to establish what we've always believed, that Men at Work is a very strong live act as well as anything else.
We're going to break away here and go back to video, but when is it that you're going to be in the States live?
Well, all going according to plan, in the spring, say March right through summer is what I want to do, and I want to do it. I want to do it very much. I miss coming here.
All right. Colin Hay.
Thanks very much.
Good to have you. We got Bananarama video right now. This is Cruel.